for winning her seat. Honorable Speaker, I have had 2 encounters with the Honorable Momanyi in the United States of America. The first encounter was when I went to the US in Texas on or about 2023 when we started upon the transition, I think we were with Honorable Bai at that time. And the Gusii community that lives in the US requested to have a meeting with me. And Honorable Momanyi came, and it was actually in Texas, all the way from Minnesota. And then she came, though they say Minnesota, but she came all the way from Minnesota to Texas, where we had a meeting, and she actually acted as an MC. At that point, nobody would notice that she would become anything, Honorable Speaker. Fast forward, in the recent visit by His Excellency the President to Washington, D.C., I was privileged to accompany His Excellency the President, and while in the White House, that tall, slender lady, very beautiful, approached me again and told me, "You remember me?" I told her I couldn't. I can't remember you. Then she told me, "If you don't mind, we perhaps could have some, omogusi delicacy today at the Swahili restaurant in Washington, D.C. She treated us alongside Honorable Pio and I, who was then the minority leader, for dinner, and now CS, Honorable Speaker, over dinner. And it's at that point, Honorable Speaker, that she told us that she's going for that seat. In fact, if Honorable Pio was to be here today, he would have told you that nobody saw it coming, because the way she expressed her interest and with simplicity, you wouldn't imagine that at the end of the day she will garner 65% to become victorious in that particular place. Honorable Speaker, that shows that no person is limited. We all have something that you can achieve. We all have some self-drive that really drives us towards achieving something. But what stood out yesterday, Honorable Speaker, when she was being interviewed by one of the local media houses, Honorable Speaker, is that she's not lost her identity. That she still speaks in Swahili and she still speaks in Ekegusi. That in itself, Honorable Speaker, is quite, appealing. When we have people who go to study in India, Honorable Speaker, when they come back, it's funny. When people go to the US, they come back with American accent. But when people go to India, they refuse to own the Indian accent of speaking in English. It is usually very funny. But even then, even with that very heavy accent, Honorable Speaker, she still speaks very well in Ekegusi language, owning that identity. That is something very commendable, Honorable Speaker, and that shows, Honorable Speaker, that we need to appreciate our cultures. We need to own up to where we've come and our history and our ties. And what I'll tell Honorable Speaker is that the sky is the limit. I see the first female president of the United States of America in Honorable Huldah Momanyi. Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Thank you.
The Honorable Donya Doris.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. For clarity, yes, I'm a Kenyan, but it is good to be proud of your language. Huldah Momanyi is Kisii. Yes. Born in Nyamira. Yes. Omogusi. Yes. If you hear of Huldah, the name Heslel, that is for the husband, but Momanyi is Kisii. Then she reminds us of the likes of Maraga, former Chief Justice, Senior Chief, the late Simeon Nyachae. Those are Kisiis. We are just proud. Kenyans